guys, it is time I go into my Notion era. If you've been around for a long time, you know that Notion is my thing, and I am very passionate about my databases. And I've also posted templates in the past, but it's never really followed through. But I actually just set up a Gumroad account, which I think will be better for me in the long run. And I uploaded my first template onto there. This one was a lot less ambitious than some of the stuff I've done in the past. I'm starting small so I can kind of build up, but pretty much with each one of these I will want to do a little walkthrough video, kind of explain my system, how I use this in my day-to-day life, and how you guys can use it as well. But first and foremost, hello beautiful people of the internet. My name is Jaden and welcome back to my channel. I post a lot of lifestyle content, also self-help content, and this one kind of combines the two, giving you a tool for your own self-development and your own lifestyle. So without further ado, let's get into the template. So if you're new to Gumroad or Notion templates or anything like that, I will have all the instructions on how to download this in the description below. But once you're able to actually get this duplicated into your own workspace, this is what you will have. So this is the master to-do list, and I just put a bunch of vague sample tasks in as placeholders, but you can simply just delete all of this and then you're able to put in your own. My version of this does look a slight bit different just because of the way that I like to use it, but I think that this is the best for most people. And the way this works is you basically have like 4 different metrics you're gonna use to track all your different tasks. We're gonna start with this tab since this is the one we're on. This is ongoing tasks, so this is everything that is currently on your radar. If you would want to put a new task into this, you would click this little arrow on the new button and you would click new task in your template. This is where you're able to type anything that you want. So let's say, for example, this one is write a book. This is a very lofty goal. Like, this is long term. Because of that, I'm not really the type to put a date on long-term goals, but if you were to do it, you know, let's just say you want to finish it by the end of next year, and you would just put that date in. Status, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. That's just where you are in the progress of your goal. There's not that many categories. Either you haven't started this, you're working on it, you put it on pause for some random reason, you skipped it altogether, or you fully completed it. So for this, I would probably say working on, because in this example, just say, you know, it was a work in progress. Quest type. This is where we kind of start getting niche. This is where I get very particular in the way that I like to do my goals. This is kind of personal. It depends on how you define your goals. But for me, I like to have one ultimate quest in every area of my life. And that's basically going to be like my vision, my dream. There are things that go into that, many steps and tasks that you have to do in the process, but that thing is like your ultimate dream. So like for romance, that might be getting married and starting a family. Those are overarching goals. Main quests are like very long-term goals, but probably more in the realm of like New Year's resolutions or things in like a 5-year plan, but it's not lifetime. It's not something that you want to complete before you die. It's something that you want to work on soon, like in this current era. And a lot of those are gonna like fund your ultimate quest. Side quests are pretty much anything that you can get done in a week or in a month. It's something that can fuel your ultimate quest, your main quest, but in itself, it's not really anything too crazy. Some of these are kind of ambiguous between ultimate and main quest. Like, I do think this one could kind of be considered either, but I think in this space, for like publishing books and being an author, I would think ultimate quest would be like a world-renowned published author, or just like an author that publishes multiple books. I wouldn't think one book would be the ultimate quest. So this to me is more so a main quest. Life area. Okay, so these are all the major categories I can think of that anyone would have for their life. And if you've watched my life audit video, this basically follows all of the categories on my life audit. So a short little sidetrack. Basically, a life audit is when you rank every area of your life out of 10. You're looking at the things that are not getting very high ratings and you're working on those and continuing to nurture the ones that are really highly rated. And for me, my idea of success and happiness is having pretty much all of my categories at an 8 or above. And that to me is where those ultimate quests and those main quests come in. Those are all going to be fueling those life areas to get higher in my ratings. And side quests come into that just by being like random tasks that you have to do, or that that you want to do but are like just tedious and just part of the process. But those main quests and ultimate quests are going to be like for you and your success in that area. So this one, depending on what writing a book means to you, could be like career, passion project, or hobbies. For me, I actually renamed passion project from content creation, so I would put this under hobbies. Notes are just notes, so you can pretty much put whatever you want in there. If there's something you need to remember about it, you can just write that in. Then we have main objective and sub objectives. This is one of those things I don't really utilize in my own to-do list because I just kind of use my side quest as sub objectives. But depending on how your brain works and how you like to categorize things, you would probably want to use this for things like write a book. And how you do this is you just locate the task on your to-do list. You click this little drop down arrow and you click new sub item. When you click open right here, you can just click on new task again, just if you want that little star on everything, because the way Notion has this blank icon in your tables now, it looks so ugly to me. So I just keep it with the stars. So anyways, let's think of some obvious sub items for write a book. I'm gonna say meet with a publisher. This to me would be an obvious main quest, also based upon writing a book. And I can also put write chapter 1 in there as well, which to me would be a side quest. So that's kind of how adding your tasks work. And as you can see, I have multiple other tasks with sub objectives in them. So by default, this is sorted by life area first. So however these life areas are ordered is how they will be ordered in the database. So health and fitness is going to be the category that comes up first, and other is going to be the category that comes up last. After that, I have quest type. So in each of those life area categories, your ultimate quests are going to be the ones that show up first, then main quest, then side quest. And lastly, after you consider both of those sorts, it's going to sort by alphabetical order. If you remember correctly, I did say I like having an ultimate quest in every category of my life. That's kind of how I stay focused and how I make sure I am guiding myself towards the right things. So we're gonna skip over all of these other views and we're gonna come back to them, but I just kind of want to talk about all of the different views for the life areas. If you don't want all of these, you can come in and click on them and delete them, but I really like going through them like this and looking at what I have for each category. That's, again, how I stay focused, because I want these ultimate quests going on in every category, but I also need other main quests and side quests to fuel those ultimate quests. So say, like in this example, health and fitness, I want to get into shape and maintain a weekly workout routine. That's like my ultimate goal for health and fitness. That would be me living out my dream life. But after that, I only have run a marathon as my main quest. Oh, and then I have get a 10-minute mile as a subtask underneath run a marathon. Well, like I'm gonna need more than that, right? Like realistically, I should have go consistently to the gym for a week, for a month. I could have run 1 mile instead of get a 10-minute mile. Like I should have things that I can actively work on right now to get me to those ultimate quests, or else I won't really be working on anything at all and I won't be making progress in that goal. Here's an even better example for career. Like the ultimate quest in that is get a promotion. Do I have anything that's working me towards that goal? No. So when I'm looking at my goals and I'm thinking about what needs to get done, what I'm missing in my life, I go through all of these categories and I'm like, do I have a higher purpose? Like, do I have an ultimate quest going on in this? And do I have these like subtasks to back up this ultimate quest? So again, I sound like a broken record, but that's just how I do it. You can do it however you want, but I find this to be the most efficient way for me to stay on track. Additionally, I don't like using dates. I don't know why. I'm just not like a due date person. I do like having a to-do list for my day and for my week. I also like having monthly goals and I like having yearly goals, but I don't like putting dates on my task necessarily. But if you do, essentially, if this was your only way of tracking your New Year's resolutions, your monthly goals, all of that, we do have these like time-based views, but these are all pretty self-explanatory. We have today's task, this week's task, this month's task, and this year's task. Skipping ahead again, a couple more in the views. You can also see all the tasks that you skipped in the skip task view. I also did leave the date on this one because I feel like it helps to see like at what point did you skip. It might be helpful in this category January to do like a life area filter or month filter. So you can see like, okay, I skipped this many health and fitness tasks, or I skipped this many tasks in July. And that'll give you a good idea of what's going wrong. Alternatively, if you want to see the tasks that you already completed, there is a completed task view. And I would say to do the same thing to figure out what's going well. And then our last two views, again, pretty self-explanatory. We do have unlabeled. So this is just like, for me, I tend to not fill out everything when I'm brain dumping. Like, I'll just go in and I'll type something and I won't put it in the life area, or I won't label the quest type. This is just so you can see what's missing and you can go fill in either your quest type or your life area. And then for undated, again, self-explanatory. This is just for the ones that don't have dates. So if you do need to go and figure out a due date for them, if you are especially a person who does like to have due dates on everything, this is the perfect place to do it. And I kind of just mentioned this, but I'm the kind of person who just needs to brain dump everything that I need to get done at one time. So this is why I really like having this table, because I just go and type every single thing that I have on my mind, categorize them all, and then I leave this alone. When I'm planning my week, I go through each life area. I review all of my tasks that I threw in there, and I think, which one of these can I manage this week? Which one of these is the most important for me to focus on this week? What can wait another week? And I basically just give myself 1 to 3 goals for each area, depending on like how ambitious and how like heavy they are. But yeah, this is how I pretty much get everything I need to get done. I don't look at the whole picture. I just focus on which one of these in this category is attainable, and I make slow progress and chip away one thing at a time. So yeah, I hope that all made sense. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments below. If there's anything that you would like to see changed about this, definitely let me know, because these templates are for you guys. I will leave the download link in the description with all of the instructions as well. And if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and a comment, and if you're feeling generous, you can even subscribe. I do hope to see you guys all in the next one, but if not, bye bye.